Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Redux. What ifs? Just jamming out right now, bruh. But that's not why we're here. So I was just chilling, and I was like, you know what? Let me record something. So here we go. We're recording something. So this is gonna be what if Mori Jin was in I was about to say high school DxD. Like I said, if y'all want that, I'll do it. But right now we're gonna do what if Mori Jin was in My Hero Academia, or more for what if Deku was Mori Jin's reincarnation, right? So hold on, let me take a drink real quick. Dang, all the ice melted, bruh. I mean, it's still cold, but I like hearing that, that ice sound. So you know that drink about to hit or something for real. So yes, this is what if Mori Jin was Deku, or what if Deku was Mori Jin, or Mori Jin's reincarnation. Same old, alright. So without any further ado, let's get into the what if, and I'm gonna let this intro play. Alright, now we start this what if off in the actually, we're gonna start this in a high school. I keep thinking about high school DxD, bruh. I think that's a sign for real. But we're gonna start this off in a God of High School universe, right? So we're gonna say that Mori got sealed by the Holy Grail, and in doing so, he unknowingly caught Mujin Park, killed him with the kick, right? Things happen like in canon, but Mori's grandfather did pass. He got cheap shotted by Mujin Park, and in doing that, we're gonna say that the Holy Grail couldn't contain Mori because Mori was super upset. So in doing so, he basically caused a huge explosion that disintegrated any and everything. So yeah, he kind of clapped everybody within that vicinity of the God of High School verse right there. Not the whole verse, but he clapped the big bads of that verse, right? So after that, he does this soul-saving technique. I don't know what it's called, but we're just gonna say it's a soul-saving technique. And that technique opened a different world, right? And Mujin's soul was the first to go, and Mori gets, reborn, right? So after Mori gets reborn, he comes back to life as Inko's son, right? Same old. This time we're gonna play something different in canon. Inko was a hero. She had telekinesis, but she wasn't like a major hero. But she could sure for damn fight for shit, And we how she was able to fight for shit? Cause Taijin, Mori's grandfather, that's her father. So you already know where I'm gonna go with this. Grandfather teaches Mori, or Deku, how to be strong with martial arts without having a quirk. For now. So this is where pretty much everything goes to canon for that. Nothing too much changes. We have Mori. Well, we could call him Mori. He calls him Mori. Mori Midoriya, Mori for short. So you see how that play out? Mori Midoriya. So that's how we gonna say it. So Midoriya, or Mori, whatever you want to call it. Mori looks up to All Might, but he thinks that his grandfather is stronger than All Might, which is not a lie at all. Like, bro could really solo the whole My Hero verse easily with one hand behind his back, with one arm at that, and legs. I mean, y'all saw how crazy he was when he removed his arm. Y'all saw how crazy he was, man. So I don't see why not. So he grew up and he thought he was gonna get a quirk, but it turned out he never had a quirk. And Midoriya was sad, and this is where his grandfather was like, okay, she was like, this is where Inka was like, she's gonna end up going with her husband, to support Midoriya. She'll be back. She'll be back right around sophomore year. I'm like, okay. And so after that, Midoriya was just, doing the same thing as he was usual, making sure the house is clean, keeping up with himself, just doing the basic things when your parents go out of town, right? But he was still like really broken and sad that he couldn't be a hero because he didn't have a quirk. And this is where his grandfather had enough of that. And he was like, you know what, young man, come here. You're just gonna stay with me. We're gonna go to the mountains and we're gonna train. He was like, train what? He's like, I'm going to have you be my disciple on the legendary martial arts of Renewal, Taekwondo, and Kyoshin Karate, along with a few sword techniques, because he remembers. I'm gonna say that Taijin remembers everything, all Mori's move sets and everything. So he's technically teaching Mori how to be him again, but he doesn't have his memories. So, we start off with the basic Renewal Taekwondo positions and all this other stuff. And, as, Deku is training, he goes to school. So he's becoming more like a little bit more, self-reserved, because he's starting to train and he's just focused on training. But after he gets past that initial training stage and is actually comfortable throwing stuff and throwing punches and kicks, he's starting to have more confidence in himself. And this is where Midoriya started having questions, because he was like, how is these he says, how is me learning martial arts is going to help me fight villains that have powers and I don't have a quirk? And then that's when Taijin got quiet and he said, okay, follow me. And so they traveled through the forest and they ended up on like a huge beach, right? A secluded beach, right? So this is where Taijin said, who do you think the strongest hero is? He said, well, All Might. He's the number one hero. And Taijin did give All Might his flowers. He said that he is pretty strong, but he said that if me and All Might were to spar, I could beat him. And then that's when Mori was like, he started laughing. He was like, I know you're really good at martial arts, but there's no way you can beat All Might. He has one of the strongest powers, and there's nobody comparable to him. Even Endeavor, which is the second place, can't come close to him. And he has fire powers. So that just says a lot. And then that's when Taijin said, you really do sure love All Might, and you don't even want to give your old man props. He was like, and then this is when Mori was like, if you could do one move that can change my mind, then I may consider you as strong as All Might. And he was like, as strong? He was like, okay, so maybe I shouldn't hold back, huh? And then this is where Taijin gets in his stance, right? And he practices Kyoshin Karate, the ultimate guardian basic punch, right? So he just sees him stand and punch, right? And punch over and over. And Deku was like, I don't understand this, Grandpa. If you're just gonna punch at the water, there's nothing really happening. He was like, patience, kid. He said, I'm just stretching out my old joints. Okay, here we go. And then this is where he gets in his stance, right? He punches, and then that's where he finds the spot 3 times, right? As he pulls back, and then this is where Deku sees all this energy start to come, like all this energy swirling, as he starts to see Taijin glow in like this dark blue, like this black ore with blue overlines over it. As this is where Taijin says, so kid, you still think All Might is stronger than me? And then that's as he says that, he sees this huge tiger, like this huge like spiritual tiger. That's what Deku sees with the aura, as the tiger just looks so overwhelmingly powerful and strong, as this is where Taijin said Ultimate Guardian's basic punch, and he just threw a basic punch like, you know, Daioui Han would do, right? And as he completed the punch, that's where all that energy condensed in and shot out forward, creating a huge explosion as Deku gets blown back, right? He gets blown back as he's like, he catches himself, but he, like, you know, like try to anchor himself so he doesn't go flying back, as he can see all this sand that split, he split the ocean, and the sky split it too, man. I'm telling you, Taijin was strong, bro. And so this is where his fist started smoking, and he was like, this is where Taijin blows his fist. He's like, man, I was still holding back a little bit. And then that's when he was like, you were holding back? And then that's when Taijin said, yes. He's like, if I didn't hold back, half of this island would be destroyed. He was like, I'm as strong as the next person, but I like to have wildlife, you know? And that's when a bird flew on his finger, and then he let the bird fly away. He said martial arts isn't about, you know, beating the other person. It's knowing when to stop, and also knowing when to put the person down if necessary. He said, but other than that, you'll get to learn that too. As he blew his hand again and it caught on fire, he was like, and then that's when he ran into the water to cool his hand down. He was like, and then that's when Mori was like, what was that? And he was like, it's natural energy. It's called nature energy, or as we could call it, we call it ki, different names, same thing. He was like, all you have to do is channel your natural energy. Once you are able to get on the level of a martial artist that could project their energy, you could use the energy around you like nature energy, as he demonstrated another kick that caught on fire and had fire attributes and, you know, caused an explosion on a tree. He was like, or if you're fighting a fire user, you can control the temperature of the air around your kick. So you could do something like this, as he gets into a stance and he says, kick of the blue ice dragon, right? And then it was like a completely ice dragon that changed the temperature, as Deku was like, dang, it's cold. And then that's where it was cold for about a good 5-10 minutes, and then that's when it went away. He said in stronger variations, you'll be able to have, you know, elemental attributes using natural energy around. So, but you just have to master the basics. That's all. And so that's when Deku was like, okay, you are officially the strongest. As he, you know, gets on both knees and bows to him, he was like, I appreciate that, grandson, but get up. And that's when he gets up. He's like, remember this, if the old man hasn't taught you anything good, bow to nobody. Do good, and remember, do what you please. As long as you are happy with your life, that's all that matters. And then that's when he says, okay, now we're gonna go train. And so we're gonna do a time skip. He trains, and this is where we have the final day. Bakugo, you know, everything goes to canon. Bakugo bullies him, saying that he's gonna be an extra, and they both plan on going to UA, even though Bakugo doesn't know that Deku got hella strong during that time. So this is what, right now Deku knows renewal taekwondo, all the moves. He has to unlock the renewal stance, or like the recoilless stances, you know, the recoilless kick, where that just warps everything and everything. So far he has the pressure point. He has the ability to fucking, you know, boost his attributes. The rebound, well, that's the side effect from that. He could do that. He could use Mira's techniques, her swordsmanship techniques. He could use Daioui Han's Kyoshin karate if he feels like switching it up. But so far, Mori Jin is stacked, and he has a spear, a heavy spear that Taijin created to like mimic Yui. And he was like, once you once you understand, I think this would help. So we're gonna say that for the Monkey King transformation, he has it, but most of his stuff is spread out. So the only thing that he does not have is the gourd. The gourd is gone. Taijin has the staff of Yue. He has Morijin's Monkey King apparel that he has on, right? He has the Monkey King thing on, but he made it into Deku's like clothes, right? So it low-key protects him, but he doesn't know it. So this is where everything goes to canon. He takes his staff, puts it on his back, and then summer begins. We're gonna skip over the sludge villain part because we're gonna say that All Might already put the sludge villain away before he got the Bakugo. So it's just training, because I'm trying to make everybody a little bit stronger, but not as strong as Morijin yet, at least. So during this, everybody is going to be stronger. Well, Bakugo's definitely going to be stronger because of him and Deku having that rivalry, right? So everybody trains. Bakugo trains even harder, which boosts himself, right? He boosts his overall abilities, right? And so this is where Deku also trains, right? Summer training begins, and this is where we're gonna time skip, and we are at the first day of UA, and he gets ready to register. He meets with Uraraka and Ida, as Ida was on his Johnson about trying to talk to Uraraka, right? But he really wasn't concerned about her. He was just making sure that she was okay, because she felt nervous, and she didn't want her to be dead. He didn't want her to be nervous, so he said he just made sure she was okay, right? And after that, they go inside, and President Mike gives the speech how he usually does, and then this is where Ida had that outburst, and he was like, maybe if you let me finish talking, you would get the instructions, right? So he basically explains the 1-pointer, 2-pointer, 3-pointer, and the 0-pointer, which is that huge ass robot. After that, he says, now that everybody has the proper orientation, please please gather around the entrance to the Mock City, right? So everybody gathered around, they're trying to chat, and then that's when the doors open, right? That's when the doors open. As soon as the doors open, this is where everybody was looking paused at first, and this is where Mori uses like some speed movement, right? He uses a speed movement to move fast, like he just blips, like he just it looked like he kind of like flash step, right? But he didn't, and he just runs out there as he runs, jumps on like a wrecked car, jumps off the wrecked car into the building, and then jumps high into the sky. And then that's when President Mike was like, there's no countdowns in a real battle. Do what that kid is doing and go. And then that's when everybody started running. Ida uses his reciprocal burst, I think that's what it's called, and he just dashes, right? He just fucking moves. Everybody's moving, right? Everybody's moving. And so this is where everybody was destroying 1-pointers, 2-pointers, occasional 3-pointers. Mori, Deku was going crazy. He saw 2 2-pointers and 1 3-pointer, and he started making his own techniques too, which Taijin is commending him on, because he is they're gonna have to have that spar soon to have that Monkey King thing truly be his, right? But for now, he sees all those 3-pointers lined up, and that's when he said, Morijin original continuous kick of the blue dragon as he runs, right? And then all you see is like this natural energy that bursts and flares up around Mori as he kicks, and then it's like a dragon that just shoots through the like cuts and shoots through all the robots, right? And then as he gets to the last one, he kicks, right? He kicks, and then that's where there's like this huge gust of like wind just. It's like giving like that All Might effect when he punches, and it's like that huge gust of wind that follows around. That's what Mori's doing, and this is where All Might is like, huh? Because he's like looking at Mori, and he was like, dang, whatever this kid has, he might have potential of being my might be my successor, right? And so this is where you know, everything goes to canon. Deku was racking up points. Baku goes in the lead only by a little bit, and then this is where he sees this is where 2 3-pointers come out the woodworks, right? And then this is where Deku was like, let me try what Grandpa said. As he charges, he concentrates, and then this is where he says renewal taekwondo, mock punch, right? And then he starts punching, and you know, I don't know how to explain the mock punch. You already know how the mock punch looks. Like, imagine if y'all ever play Xenoverse, there's a move called Soaring Fist that Goku does, and if you hold it, it's like this gust of wind that could punch you, and it does a lot of damage. That's basically what the mock punch is. And so that's what he does, right? But he does it like super fast, and all of a sudden the robot was there, and then it's like got destroyed instantly. And then that's when this is where Mori was like, for the other 3-pointer, he says Mori Jin original kick of the blue dragon. It's just normal kick of the blue dragon, and he destroys it, which puts Deku ahead of Bakugo now. So after that, right? After that, this is where Mori says that, you know, he's pretty comfortable sitting right here. He doesn't want to do too much, and you know, go after all the you know, robots, when he wants to give his other potential classmates a chance, right? And then this is where the big 0-pointer comes out, and then this is where everybody starts to run, right? Everybody is starting to run, and you know, they see that Uraraka is trapped, but that's when they decide to, like, you know, run away. Even though Ida hesitated, he still ran away. So after that, right, this is where Mori was like, damn, nobody's gonna try to save her. And then that's where he thought, why would I think somebody else was gonna try to save her? I should be the one to do it, because it's just the right thing to do. And so that's when he was like, that's where he came towards her, and he tried to get her out the rubble, and he was like, is everything okay? And she was like, help. You know, Uraraka was like, you know, her foot was trapped in some heavy rubble, and then this is where he tried to lift it, and it worked, but then her ankle got twisted when she tried to pull it out too quick. And then that's when she started screaming in pain, and the 0-pointer was about to step on him. And then he was like, this is when Mori was like, I don't know if I could do it, but I'll just try to mock my grandfather. And then that's the drawback. That's gonna be his saving grace, but also his biggest weakness as well. So, because he's trying to mock his grandfather, which works. It's gonna work for a while. I'm gonna just tell y'all that right now. So he was like, how did he do it that one time? He did it like this. And so he gets into a stance, and all of a sudden a huge rush of energy comes. And swirls around Deku as it's starting to gather around his leg. And then that's when he was like, should I do it with my leg or transfer it to my hand? And then that's when he was like, I'll do both. So I'll do this instead. And so this is where he like does like a wind twirl around his hand, and then that's where all the energy goes. And then this is where he was like, he said basic punch, a neutral punch. So this is what he probably meant. He said, not too fast, not too slow, but controlled enough to the point you become unmovable. And so that's where he was like, ultimate guardian, basic punch. And as the 0-pointer step, this is where he threw his fist up at the metal, right? And Uraraka thought he was crazy, but then she realized that there was this like hidden pressure around him, and then that's when the robot stopped. Like it couldn't like crush them, right? It couldn't crush them, and so it dented, and then it shot all the way up. You already know the energy got released, so he took all that kinetic energy and released it into the robot as it blew his leg off. Not like completely blew his leg off, but it like ripped it open, and it like caused a huge explosion, right? And then that's when the 0-pointer started falling, right? It started falling slowly on them, and then this is where Deku takes this chance to jump up in the air, right? He runs and jumps up in the air, running on the 0-pointer as he was running, and then the 0-pointer tried to swat it off at the last second, which Deku has like the sequence of movement where he gets in between the crevices of the 0-pointer's huge ass mechanical hands, jumping, swinging, and then flipping over, and then running towards it with gaining more speed as he goes towards the face, right? And then this is where he says, Mori Jin original, kick of the blue dragon, right? And then this is where you see this dragon, just huge dragon, just come and shoots, like it hits the 0-pointer straight in the on the head, right? It's just huge damage to the front, right? And then this is where Mori said, you thought I was finished? Double kick of the blue dragon. And then it got double, right? Which which split the head open in like a forceful way. So it just made like a huge hole in it, and then that's when the 0-pointer fell. And then this is where Deku was like, oh, how do I get down now? And then as he was falling, the 0-pointer's leg came up, right? And so this is where he was like, this is my chance to try to soften my landing somewhat. So he basically runs down the leg, avoiding all those explosions and electrical wiring. And then as he jumps down, right, he skids onto the road, which creates like a huge like crater. And then he jumps out of it, and then this is where he gets Uraraka out the rubble, and he does this pressure point on her leg twice, which puts her leg back into a place, right? And it actually heals her. And then that's where she was like, it feels a lot better and stronger, thank you. He was like, yeah, no problem. And so that commences the whole the UA entrance exams, and now they're waiting for their results as Deku goes home, and Mori comes there to Taijin comes there to ask him how was the test, and he said that he has a pretty good feeling that he passed. And that's when he was like, I wouldn't expect any less. And then that's when Taijin was like, come on, it's time for you to eat some fish, and this time you're catching. And then that's when Deku was like, that's not fair. He said I caught them the last 4 weeks. He said I caught them this past 4 weeks. And he was like, well, you can make it 5. And I'm gonna be leaving this what if off right here. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this what if. I appreciate y'all for all the love and support y'all been showing me. I hope y'all enjoyed having these types of what ifs that I'm doing. Make sure y'all comment, like, and subscribe to me. Make sure y'all turn them post notifications on so y'all know when I post and upload what ifs. I'm trying to get back in the swing of things, as y'all can see. But yeah, I overall just appreciate all y'all love and support y'all been showing me, for real. Because without y'all, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't be this far into that what if game. Yeah, but I just appreciate everything y'all be doing for me. And I really just I just really appreciate it, man. That's all I can really say. And I do apologize for me being delayed. I have said that, I do be busy with school. So if I don't upload for a good minute, I'm just most likely doing school and stuff. So don't don't crucify me, or don't, try to have my head at the stake too far, or too often, I should say. But hopefully y'all enjoyed this what if. The next what if I might do is most likely either what if Hyperion was in Superman and Lois, and what if Sukuna was in Young Justice, or I just might do what if I don't know, I have a lot of what if ideas. Or fuck it, let's just do what if Aang was in Legends of Korra. I feel like that would be a cool what if, yeah. Actually, it is possible that you can do that. Okay, I might be cooking with this one, but yeah, honestly, I all I can say is that I appreciate all y'all for all the love and support, man. Listen, I will start going live a little bit more often. I haven't done that in a while, so yeah, I just hope y'all enjoy the what ifs I'm dropping, especially the Invincible what if, cause I'm about to record that one as well. I'm about to have a Thrag pull up. We gotta have the whole planet of Viltrum. So I just hope y'all enjoy this what if, and I hope y'all enjoy, like me making Superman overpowered in that series, because I mean, come on now, let's be real. But other than that, man, I appreciate y'all for all the love and support y'all been showing me. This is Redux What If signing off, and don't forget, if y'all love these what ifs, run it up, run the movies up, because I will be dropping another movie. I feel like this is really the last Invincible series or season as being like aired, because the whole Thrag thing. After Thrag, I don't know what really happens after that, but let's just say, I know, the whole robot war, I think when Robot starts killing all the heroes, that's what's next. So I will be making a movie after the Thrag. After I finish the Thrag arc, I will make a whole nother movie combining all the parts into one. So it'll be season 1, 2, 3, and 4, and that's gonna be a long ass movie. But make sure y'all run that up. And yeah, this is Redux What If signing off. Peace out.